And I'm going to say happy September because can you guys believe we are well into September now, September 11th. That is crazy. But here we are. It's September 11th. And weirdly enough, we're having this weird echo from my computer. It's the TV. I'm just going to turn it down. There we go. Much better. Okay, so we are going to get started. We have a lot of exciting content to cover. Welcome everybody in the room. I would like to say welcome to Miss Bobby Crossan, who's eating. Hello. I caught her at the best time ever. She has joined the McKee Advisory team, that one. With Maria McKee. She actually is based out of the Villages. So another person in the Villages you could refer to, which is great. She's going to be helping Keith, I'm sure, with some open houses, which will be a very welcome addition since Doug is on vacation for a couple weeks. So, so we'll be looking forward to that. So that is great to have her as well. And we are here with our wonderful team, the Mustos, Chris and Heather, whom we adore. They're going to be joining in. And then, as you guys all know, we have a wonderful social media training right after. So that'll be great too. All right, so let us share our screen and jump over to getting this thing right-sized. Very quiet.
Everyone, we have.
All right, here we go. And play it. Oh, okay, turn up the volume.
Because of our reputation in integrity, our exceptional curation of properties, and the way we outperform the market in exposure and sales. It starts with our award-winning website that attracts over 30 million global visitors each year and is available in 16 languages. This visually immersive experience was designed to give your home the remarkable first impression that it deserves. And that's only the beginning of the exposure we provide your property. We advertise your home with premier global media brands to introduce your home to their affluent audiences. But we don't just wait for someone to search for your home. We proactively introduce it to financially qualified buyers in your target market alongside editorial content. In addition, we allow buyers to take a tour through your home at their leisure on Apple TV. Your home also has the chance to be featured on the most visited luxury real estate channel on YouTube and with the potential to reach over 1.2 million of our social media followers. Our award-winning PR team fosters strong relationships with leading media outlets and is accessible to your sales associate to help generate even greater exposure for your home. And we utilize the proprietary Sotheby's Auction House database to reach the most difficult to access buyers. When you choose Sotheby's International Realty, you know that your property will be seen at its finest by the most qualified buyers around the world. Your home deserves nothing less.
So I want to say that all of these wonderful stats, all this awesome stuff, it is incredible that we tend to take for granted what we get. And I'm going to bring it up because yesterday I was at Aura teaching my luxury certification to 50 wonderful people. Lisa, are you on? Lisa Rukowski was there and Patricia was there, the broker from Lake Mary, and Brady's girlfriend was there. She was so sweet. But what was interesting is I had this wonderful agent who works with what's his face? Who is a friend of mine? I can't think of his name. Who does all the video? Mostly Winter Garden. He's great with video, glasses. Ken Pozak.
Ken Pozak.
Thank you. Yeah, Ken Pozak. He's just from Ken Pozak's team. And she raises my hand because we were talking about marketing luxury listings. And she's like, Carrie, what do I do? I had this listing and it was about, I don't know, 800-900, but he wouldn't sign a long listing. It was only like 60 days. That's the first problem, right? Who does that? Hello, Miss Maria. And she said he wanted to be in the James edition. He wanted to be in the Wall Street Journal and he wanted to be in another one we were in. I don't think it was the Rob Report. It was one of the ones that we wanted to be in. She said it would have cost me $5,000. I can't do that, especially for 60 days. How do I answer that? How can I answer that? I wanted to say, well, come join us because we do it all for free, but I couldn't say that. I'm at Aura, right? So I was like, well, that's a really tough question for me to answer. My face probably was like, how do I answer this question? So I, of course, said, you're right. That's a great point. Yes, you do get the James edition. We get some great leads off the James edition. I mean, the Robb Report is fabulous. The Wall Street Journal, another great one. And also, if she buys, and she was saying, and I get this tiny little thing, and Gordon, where's it going to be placed? And I'm like, true story again, because we get amazing placement because Sotheby's goes in all the time and has great placement because it's Sotheby's, right? It's a huge conglomerate, if you will, right? With all of our stuff. If you go in as one little person, you're paying a fortune, one little piece, God knows where it's going to be placed, right? And I mean, how do you guys answer that, right? I've never been asked that, and especially in front of people. And I really was stumped. I'm pretty good at carrying on the conversation, but I'm like, God, I still got to answer this question. So I simply said, you're right. A 60-day listing would not make it worthwhile. I said you'd have to utilize that to get a long, year-long listing or something to make that kind of a dollar spend worthwhile. I mean, how else could I have possibly answered that? And then really, I noticed as we're going through the luxury training, all these things that they're like, how can we get? And I'm thinking, so many of the things that we get all the time, how do they get them?
Join us.
I know, I can't say. Join us. Here's my card. Here's my card. Okay, there's an antitrust thing when you're training, but it's very true. Like all this stuff we really have. And then you ask yourself, this is what, of course, flashes through my mind as I'm panicking. But then I go, is everybody even using this? I wish all of my advisors were here watching this, because people are being asked this by their customers and they can't afford the money, Juliana. They can't afford to pay for it. And we have it for free, and half the time probably don't even know and don't even know the cost. And that was only 3 of the papers we're in, right? 3 of them. So I just thought I wish I could have videotaped it, because how powerful would that have been, right? But it was just amazing. So I just wanted to share that, because that is the best testimonial of why Sotheby's. So when you're in a listing presentation, you need to use that. You need to use, no other company has this. And if you're outside and you're trying to pay for this one at a time, it's going to cost you thousands of dollars, and they're going to get horrible placement. We are giving all of this to you. So other advisors other agents are going to do it because it's going to cost them so much money out of their pocket, right? We're giving it to you. Now, don't tell them we're giving it to you for free. We're paying for this for you, right? Sotheby's is. We are too.
About $5,000.
No, there was 3 ads.
Oh, three little ads.
3 little ads. One. So she had looked into doing one of the ads, and one ad would have been 1,000 for the smallest of ads, that she could have gotten the biggest bang for her buck because it was the cheapest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you do large places.
Of course, yes, because it's Sotheby's. So we have when you have a large, amount of advertising that you're doing every week, think about the dollar spend that you get. Yeah. 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 Then she's like, I can't. Yeah. $5,000 to do all 3. She's like, that's not happening.
She got that just be one time.
She doesn't even know. She just didn't even go past the dollar. When she realized how much it would cost, she's like, forget that. Well, especially for a 60-day listing. Because the truth is, by the time you put it out there, your 60 days is over.
Oh, yeah.
Right, exactly. Which is a true story, right? So yeah, but I mean, guys, that is huge when you're on a listing presentation. But it's also huge to say, are you using your list track to really get the benefit to see where people are coming from? And did you set everything up properly to see if you're getting leads from those sources? Because guess what? If you're not set up properly, you may not be getting leads, because people do get leads, sometimes bogus ones, but sometimes good ones, especially from James Edition. We've gotten, the best one I can think of was a really good one that ended in a sale for $2 million from James Edition. Now, that's a pretty good one, right? So we do get leads, but you've got to make sure your systems are set up properly. And that if you're on a team, you see that both people are getting the leads or making sure that it's flowing properly, because that's the other thing with teams. You have to make sure how it's set up. So since I got Maria with your team here, with the team thing, you got to look at that, right? Like, look how the team has been set. But Louis, let's check you out. Let's see how the flow has been set, because I know the one thing I do know, that things change all the time here. So we just got to make sure how that has been set up so it flows properly. And if it's flowing one way, not another way, that's fine. Let's just know how it's flowing, right? Because maybe the team lead only is getting it, and that's okay, but let's know if it's the team lead so the team lead can give it out, right? Like, that's what we just need to know. So just so we know. But anyway, I wanted to share that beautiful story because I thought it was pretty amazing. So yeah, we can talk about the fact that we're in actually 85 countries and territories. We can talk about the fact that we actually collaborate, but it was even better to hear someone else talk about the fact that we cannot afford to market the way that we can market. You know, it's just more fun to share. Okay. And with that, I'm also going to share that we have the best lending partner ever, Chris and Heather. So do you guys want to share to show something, or are you just going to talk? Okay, so I'm going to stop my share. I'm also going to stop my, hold on. Of course, it's not going to stop, right? Hold on, stop my slideshow. End show. Okay, there you go.
Oh, yes.
Hold on, let me mute myself.
And then I can.
It's just a video, yeah. Okay. It's coming on.
Okay, hi everyone. We hope your week and September are going well. So we just wanted to give a quick rate update first. So rates came down, which is amazing. We are down 6.29 is what we're averaging for the 30-year fixed rate conventional. And FHA is in the fives, 5.99, which is really exciting.
BA2.
Yes,
Mhm.
BA2.
Yep.
So this week we had two important inflationary reports that came out. We had CPI and PPI, and both came in where they should be. They were lower than expected or as expected. So the market should react positively to that. So that's also going to give more fuel to push for the rate decrease when the Fed meets later in the month. Fingers crossed.
Yep.
Well, that doesn't directly mean that rates will come down when the Fed lowers the rates, but it's just going to be more in reinforcement. Hopefully, it will encourage more investors to jump into the bond market, which then helps rates to go down too. So we're on the right path,
Yeah.
essentially. And then we also wanted to highlight a product.
Yes. So we wanted to talk a little bit about bridge loans. Okay. So we get, gosh, I don't know how many calls a week I get for, hey, we want to sell our place, or we want to buy a new place, but we need to sell first. How can we make this happen? So traditionally, this is a problem in lending. Okay. And reason being is, banks, mortgage lenders, the mortgages are meant to be long-term financial instruments. Okay. They're not meant really to be, 3 or 4 months. Typically if a lender or a bank, gets wind that somebody is, hey, it's really just going to be short term, we're going to pay it off. That's a problem. Okay. So we have a new solution that just came out. We actually just closed one, which is great. It was really quick. I think we got it done in like 2 weeks. Able to tap into your equity in your current home, close on it, so you can use it to buy a new property, and then you can put the home on the market immediately after that and close it when it sells. So
what do you think the average close time for this product is?
Well, I mean, so far we got this one done in about 2 weeks, and I would say I don't know why that would be an issue, in general. So I would say maybe allow 3 weeks just in case, but yeah, pretty quick. Your home cannot be on the market to qualify for this, so needs to be off when we do the application.
You said for a bridge loan?
It's essentially it's a HELOC. Yeah, it's a HELOC, but it can function
Like
as a bridge in this
So the
case.
house can't be on the market.
Correct.
at the
Mhm.
time.
Can we
Yeah.
POM it, or do we have to withdraw it?
That's a good question.
Can you find that out?
We
Yeah.
will find out.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay,
Is it a fixed? I didn't catch that. Is it a fixed or?
Fixed rate.
It is a fixed rate. Yes.
It's unusual.
As far
It's
as,
a very impressive,
Yeah.
unusual
Yeah.
product.
yes.
So I'll be sending out information for everybody about the product too. But we just closed this loan. It was brand new to the company. I think the first ones to actually close a loan with this product. But it's really solving a lot of problems that we've
Yeah.
had where we couldn't help buyers.
Yep.
So we're really excited about that product. And then we have an announcement that we wanted to make with Carrie.
Yes, let me unmute. Okay, so we are starting the Select Lending Sweepstakes. What is it, Carrie? What is it? Don't you want to know? I will tell you. Who doesn't love a giveaway? Everybody loves a giveaway, even myself. I love to win, but I never get to win. But you can. How do you win, Carrie? Well, every time, it's like a double win. You win, your customers win, and I win. Because what happens is every time you have a customer that you send over to these wonderful guys or to Select Lending and they put in an application, you get entered into a drawing every Friday from wherever I am, which is more than likely Ocala. I will be pulling a wonderful winner, and that winner will win a blue box. Ooh, wow. And what can we do with the blue box, Carrie? Oh, I'll tell you. You too can win a luxury listing. So we all win. What do we think? Do we like our Select Lending sweepstakes? Yes?
Will there be stuff inside the box or just be empty?
You have to do that part, Alejandro. It depends on the listing, right? Where's the listing? How much is it? I don't know.
Inside of it.
What's inside is your imagination. We have all the stuff here. Use whatever you want. As if we don't give you everything. This is the only thing you have to get. Now you're getting it for free. Yay, caramba. Anyway, congratulations. You just got another freebie. Okay, so that is the Select Lending Sweepstakes. It starts tomorrow. So that means get somebody in for application in today, and you may be the only winner. You may be the shoo-in. There may not even be a need to pull somebody. So very exciting. And then later, remember, after the meeting, we will move on to our social media training. Heather, you want to give a little sneak peek about what that looks like?
Okay.
There we go.
Yes. So what we're going to talk about is how to stay compliant when posting mortgage content. I've seen a lot of stuff out there that shouldn't be posted. And also, this is just a reminder. Please do not copy and paste my update emails and put those on social media. They're not intended for social media.
They're just for you guys.
Just for you guys. But I would be happy to help you create content regarding mortgages or financing, whatever it may be.
Yes.
So,
And unlike what I say about mortgage people, Heather is different. I always say
Not
you're a mortgage
Krista.
person. No, okay. I do that. I did it yesterday. But because usually the mortgage content is terrible. But they get it, they understand bite-sized pieces and, compliance is something we need, but we don't need it all over the post. So yes, so that's a great thing. So when they make it, it's appealing, it's exciting, but it is compliant. So those are the few things that we need. Appealing, exciting, but compliant.
I would say this is enhanced compliance too, because there's fun stuff in here. We have examples that are okay to post.
The fun
So,
pictures.
yeah, it's not gonna be boring and dry. Not too much at least.
Fun compliance. I like
Yeah.
that. Fun compliance.
Fun-
I might
As
think
fun
about
as you
that.
can make it.
Should I use that for my when I do code of ethics? It's fun code of ethics.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to share our screen, moving on, and we're going to take it to Miss Claire. Hold on, play from current slide. Okay. which is this one, marketing.
Perfect. All right. So as you guys know, October is Relationship Planning Month. So I'm sure you guys will be attending more trainings or meeting with your managing
Yeah,
brokers.
that really means business planning,
Yeah.
and you'll be meeting with me.
Yes,
Okay.
there's going to be more about that, I'm sure, because our next power up, which I think is going to be, our next power up is the next slide.
Here,
which-
well, I'll hit it on Matthew. Don't worry about it.
Okay,
You have to go quick.
The next power up is all about relationship planning, which is the business planning. So please sign up to attend. I'm going to send out, because I know this one was like right now, the reason I'm in a rush is because we're currently doing our first power up series. That I am helping with the chat. Each RMD is going to lead one.
Which one are we doing?
It's on there. We're doing it. It's all about Propel CRM and Propel Smart.
Am I the speaker?
No, it's me and Melissa Morehouse,
Oh.
who is on our marketing leadership team.
She's the one who created it, so that makes sense.
Yes. So we're deep diving into it, asking her questions that come up a lot.
Cool.
It'll be really nice. Yep. So Jess is leading this business relationship planning month. So please sign up to attend that. We have our SIR Global Open House Showcase. That's going to be October 4th through the 5th. This is through not our PSIR Open House Showcase. This is bigger than that, Carrie.
We need to talk about the fact if we want to do a virtual open house that goes along with this.
Yeah.
So we will see if we have any above $1 million homes that want to, be participating, but do not want to have an open house. Remember, like we did last time.
Yes.
So, and then we'll need to do a practice run from the office just to test out in a private setting.
Oh, did they not have mine on there? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I was like, oh, my power up is. I thought
No.
it was gonna be the next.
No,
slide.
no.
I'm sorry.
They only put 1 month on.
Yeah, I guess they're only showing October's. Just a reminder that My Marketing Matters launched some new features. There is a video on this in Propel Smart Space under Education and Training if you want to review that. But we have the My Properties, the digital flip book, the trackable QR codes, and the postcard automation.
The trackable QR codes, just so you know, you have to pick a postcard that says
Yes.
trackable QR codes, and then you have to pick the right actual postcard that shows the trackable.
Yes, there's a
QR code.
template. So when you're going in
It's a little
through
tricky.
direct mail and you're hitting postcard,
Me and
there
Teresa
is-
did it wrong 3 times.
okay. It literally says like the title of the template. It says trackable QR code.
We missed it. I don't know. I
It's
moved a
okay.
little-
It's kind of down below.
Yeah.
I missed it the first time as well. So,
Yeah, it took us a few times.
again, this is My Marketing Matters. We have the automated listing postcards. You can sign up through this in My Marketing Matters.
Is
Uh,
it with the trackable QR codes? Can you say you want the trackable ones?
I don't think that's a feature on there, but I will double check with that. To my understanding, it's just selecting the template that says trackable.
Can we put it in the wish list?
Yes, I will
Okay.
absolutely.
This is the easy button, guys. You want to have postcards go out, but you don't want to make them, which I could understand because it's a little bit cumbersome. But I personally like to write my own things.
Mhm.
So I still would say write them and write them with me because I'll help you come up with stuff. And then they're going to ask us to quantify where we got it. So remind me to say that in the bottom of the postcard, like per MLS, per broker metrics.
Thank you, Carrie. That's a
It's-
good point.
They're going to
Yeah.
come back to me and ask again, and you're going to be like, I got it with Carrie, but it was me who forgot to put that on the bottom. So yeah.
To clarify that, she's talking about the copy on the postcard, which I'm also happy to help you guys come up with postcard copy. But if
But you don't have
make,
the MLS. That's
exactly. If you make any statements like highest price per
per square foot ever sold in the last decade.
Yeah.
That's something I would
we
write.
have to have a disclaimer. Yes, we have to have a disclaimer. Communications is very strict about that because you got to be able to back up those claims.
Which we can.
So,
Yeah, Carrie.
Carrie Prieto.
Check back with her. No, but I always can back up my stuff, but I forget to put where it came. And then they go back to Claire and they're like, I did it with Carrie. And then, so it just, when we're there together, just say, Carrie, where is this from? And we
Mhm.
put per MLS or whatever.
Yeah, make sure
It's usually MLS, guys, just so you know. But in a rare
MLS or broker
occasion,
metrics.
it could be broker metrics, but it's usually MLS. Okay.
Right. So we have advertising exposure and listing syndication. Make sure you find that in Propel under marketing resources as well. This is a 2-sided flyer for you guys to review about all this information for SIR their international exposure, like the system, like ListSync, etc.
Here's the biggest thing, guys. If you use a photographer who is not a preferred vendor, they're getting kicked back because of sizing, we found out. So we really need to have them to be preferred vendors so they know our needed sizes so they don't get kicked back. It will eventually go through, but what happens is it delays syndication, and that isn't good for the listing, and your sellers are not going to be happy. And it's just a pain. So it's better just to get them to Claire. Claire will walk you through the process of what you have to do, send an invitation, blah, blah, blah. And we'll just get them to be a preferred vendor so that they can give us the right sizes in the right place. So it seamlessly goes through with the syndication. That is the error messages that we're getting. That is why they're getting kicked back to us. So just make sure if your photographer that you love is not preferred with us, that doesn't mean they can't be. They can be. We'd love them to be. And the most specifically is the size of the photo that they're giving to us. It has to be the right size.
So the process for that is shoot me an email introducing your photographer to me. Include their contact info, so like phone number, email, and website.
And have them on it, right?
Yep, and please CC them on it so that I can review their website, make sure their portfolio matches our standards, and then I send it on to someone at the home office who helps them go through the whole vendor approval process.
They have to sign the appropriate copyright with us, which is the most important thing because we don't want to get sued. Do you want to get sued? We don't want to get sued. We have good errors of omissions, but we don't want to get sued.
They have to have, so this is the one thing that comes up, which is why people don't end up finalizing becoming a vendor. An approved vendor is if they don't have all the required insurances. But if they don't have all the required insurances, do we even want to be working with them? Because
if they fall or something like that at the house,
yeah,
who's going to get sued?
there's just so many things.
PR. Terrible. And guess what? That's not a good thing because if we're getting sued, you're getting sued. It's just ugly.
Just to mention, if anybody has a product that they love and they give pushback about the cost involved in that, Claire. I brought Rhodionics a preferred because I love using it and it's been almost a year.
Thank you,
He
Liz.
mentioned to me the other day that his business has almost doubled this year.
Since adding him.
Because he has now been able to say to other
Yeah.
advisors outside of Sotheby's that he's a preferred vendor with Sotheby's.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Alone.
They keep texting me though. Can you tell them to stop doing that? Okay.
But it's good for the.
Yeah, it's good for the photographer.
I know they touched on this when we had our halftime huddle. We have this beautiful competitive analysis one sheet advisor resource now available to you guys. To access it, again, you go to Propel Smart Space into marketing resources.
And thank you, Claire. You can go back and do your duty.
And if you guys are missing the first Power Up series, don't fret. It's being recorded. So,
which I said it would be,
Yeah.
so we're all good. Yes.
thanks, guys.
Thank you. Okay, so also Matthew Ferrara. Has anybody ever worked with Matthew Ferrara? He's great. I've worked with him many times in the past. He's a really fun, engaging, energetic speaker. So for me to say that actually saying something. And he actually is going to be doing part of our Kickstart for our learning opportunity on the 7th. So definitely make sure you tune into him. We have a registration link on calendar invites. So if you haven't got one, we'll make sure we send it out again. But he is somebody, Jackie actually was in charge of getting this thing going. Definitely want to be partaking in that. He's going to be really good. Matthew Farrar is a lot of fun and he's a nice guy too. So I like him. And I only talk about people I like. No, I'm just kidding. Although it's probably true, right, guys? So, okay. Any questions about any of the marketing? Okay, excellent. Now we're jumping on to something very cool and interesting. Florida school choice. Has anybody heard about this? Some yes, some no's. So interestingly enough, first, it started several years ago where they said you had the opportunity. Yes. Oh, sure. Thank you for letting me know. Participants. Where are my participants? Participants. Oh, I can't see them. Participants.
I think it's not sure.
I should be able to see them anyway. Stop share. Let's see. Hold on. Admit. You can? That's super weird. There's only Walter though, right? Okay. Super strange. Sorry, Walter. Wasn't trying to
Oops.
keep you out on purpose.
It's
Or
all
maybe
right.
I
Thank you.
was. I don't know. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stop my share. Let's, actually, no, I'm not going to stop share. I'm going to go over to here. Can you guys see this, right? Okay, first I'm going to say, first they started with this really interesting concept that realtors went crazy with, that you could pick any school you wanted to go to. You guys remember that one? I forget what they called that, but that was a joke because the school actually had to have availability. You remember that? And they say, you don't have to live in Windermere to go to Windermere High School. You could live anywhere. So cute. That was just an interesting concept. Do you think Windermere Elementary or Windermere High School or any of the schools in Windermere has ever had availability since they've opened? No, they've been overpacked since they've opened, right? So high school wise, there's been Jones, Oak Ridge, and what's that other one that's so great? Which one?
Pine Hills.
Yeah, but what's it called? It's in Pine Hills.
You go there.
Yeah, they're Evans. Thank you. It's Evans. Yeah. They're all D schools, and those are the only schools that have had availability. Those are the schools that you're able to go to. Those are the ones people are getting out of. Okay. So that didn't make any sense. And so realtors would be selling it the dream. Yes, go ahead, live over here and go to school over here. That didn't work. It was really scary to be telling people that. So then they came up with this other idea called Florida tax credits. And what that means is you just apply for this and you can take your tax credits and they actually have the dollar amount. Let me show you. I think I have, yep, right here. And based upon the grade, you get to use this dollar amount to go towards a private school. Sounds awesome, doesn't it? Yes or no, because not every school participates. So before you start telling everybody, don't worry, you can take all your tax dollars and go to whatever school you want to, you better know the schools that participate. So guess what I have for you here today? This website shows you, and let me go right here, hold on a second, to this, let me say here, hold on. Blah, 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 blah. I have my hyperlink here. Play from current slide, hyperlink. Yes, there it is. Okay, so when you go to this website, which is floridaschoolchoice.org/information, but you can go right here. It shows you where you can find the directory. And what else is cool too is if you're just trying to find for a customer, let's say they just want private schools because it's a luxury customer, you can find all the information on any area, even look all over by you guys. So you can see all over down by, South Florida. It's all of Florida. It goes by county. Oh, oh yeah, you can't see it. Goodness gracious. It's such a pain when that happens. I really do. Can you see it now? Can you see it now? Okay. Yeah. So here you go. You go to this, hey, Case, you go to this website. It shows you all the schools in the state of Florida. And then you can pick what information you're looking for. Do you want to see if they're a non-for-profit? Do you want to see if they have the Florida tax credit, if they're a participant or not? Do you want to see what's the total enrollment by grade level? What grade levels they serve? What type of student body? What is their accreditation? Are they a religious denomination? Do they have specific unique ability scholarships, right? Are they a hybrid participant? Are they special ed? So what do they have? You can search everything. So you have a special customer coming from another area. This is your source for everything education, private and public. How cool is this website? I will send it out to you all after the meeting. This is an awesome source. But I don't know, to be honest, but I didn't either, but I found out about it from my government affairs state of real estate event. Thank you very much. I even learned a ton of things at my own event. It's good to have to go to your own events, right? So I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to run around, go to all these events. And I'm like, wow, this was really interesting. So glad I participated and I had this event. I know, so glad I did. Which, by the way, did anyone see me? I was on the news. They even interviewed me. I didn't get to see it on the news. Did I look okay? Okay, good. Good to know. I didn't even see it. I don't. So anyway, but the cool thing is that we're gonna have it again. It was such a huge hit. We'll be holding it again next year. But anyway, so I pulled the spreadsheet, and you know me and my spreadsheets. Gotta love. So when you download it, it downloads into a spreadsheet. So here's the spreadsheet. Now I have hidden information so I can unhide the columns if I want to. And it gives me the school code, who's the director, their contact email. There's a lot, even more information I can unhide here. Let's see. Unhide. Oh, I didn't unhide. Unhide. What the heck? Unhide. Okay, for some reason it's not wanting to unhide at the moment. So sorry, there's a lot of stuff hidden, but I guess it's going to remain hidden because you have the director, you have the principal, you have all their contact information. It gives you everybody's information.